Is it starting? Let me see. Crispy critters in your veggies, Gerard. Yes. What, Brenda? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? An organic function is part of the whole. Oh, an organ function. An organ function is part of the whole. An organ. Should we can be concerned? Are you talking about like organism? Should we be concerned with all the organisms on the planet? Did any aliens come and tell us that we're supposed to be stewards of the planet? Are we going to die without the planet? Do all the organs in the organism have a purpose? What is organic living? Concern for the organs, being a steward, perhaps faith bait that things work the way they're supposed to. They're done decently in order. If you believe in scripture, and if you say it the science way, it's just an ecosystem and everything's worked well for 5 billion years. Mother Nature knows what the hell she's doing because she's been doing it for 15 billion years, however long she's been. I think she's been around longer than that. With God. That might be God's way. All right, hang on. Let me say something. I'm getting in trouble. Let me pull up YouTube. YouTube, where you at? Woo, how's everybody doing this morning? Should we be living organic? Should we be eating organic? Are we an organ? I was thinking, this is what I was thinking about. Hold on. Boom. Boom. I got to pull YouTube in. Brother Gustin will start yelling at me in a minute. Hang on. Boom. All right, YouTube. There we go. Brother Travis on YouTube. Good morning, Brother Travis. All right, I think we're ready to go. Ready to go talk about it? All right. Selectively living organic. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you GMO modifiers. And I am not talking about food. Food, remember, that's just the identity. Like the whole Monsanto, that's just the identity. Like, think about the psychology of not trusting in an organic earth, not trusting the humans, making sure they do what they're supposed to do that makes your life more convenient. All right, hang on. The artificial sweetener called the military-industrial complex. The GMO modification of you're not giving the Koch brothers their oil in Venezuela. The whole pipeline in Syria, and they're saying we're training terrorists now, send them over to Syria, getting them hot and popping, stirring up trouble so we can go do some more artificial sweetening over there. All right, hang on, let's get the background music. Good morning. What does organic mean to y'all? What does organic mean, and should we be living organically? Should we respect these free will things? Or should we violate God with force and weapons? This is what I was thinking about. Like all the world's problems, if you really think about it, all the world's problems are literally on a world scale. And we got world scale problems now. Now that we can see, maybe we've always had world scale problems, but the real priorities are on the world scale. Cause so why is people still talking on a political scale? Why is anybody even concerned about the nationalistic scale? If the people, you know how Bob Marley had that saying? How'd it go? Damn it, I need some water. Where's my water at? Your brain stopped functioning. You are creatures of water. Drink lots of water, people. Gallon of water a day. Bob Marley's saying, if the people who are trying to make the world a worse place aren't taking a day off, how can I? Let me say that another way. That was right after he got shot and he showed up on stage and had to sing about love. If the people destroying the planet are destroying it on a world scale, they literally don't give a damn about your nation. They've already bought portions of your nation. Why are we still functioning on a national scale? Somebody explain that to me. Why are we thinking nationally and the real threats are globally? Why are we thinking stately and the real threats are globally? If the ecosystem dies because we're not living organically, because we're not taking care of 7 billion people we can take care of, we all die. You get to make it if your nation makes it. If the world dies and your nation makes it because you focus on national issues, do you get to make it? If you're focusing on racial issues and your race will your race survive if the world dies? Because we're allowing corporations and massive big businesses and industries destroy the planet we're supposed to live on. Are y'all Christians gonna make it? Y'all gonna be okay? Y'all hunky dory? Are y'all gonna be okay? You gonna be okay? Muslims, y'all gonna be okay? Are y'all gonna be okay if y'all save your section of the planet and the rest of the planet dies? I think we need to think on a world level. Call me wrong. Call me wrong. But I don't think we should be even focused. All right, let me do this. See, I think you act locally, but you think planetarily. That's what I think. I think we're done. I think we're done on a national level. I think if you're still fighting on a national level, you're a fool. I love you to death, but I think that you're being played. I think that the massive corporations that are modifying things on a world scale, they saw you coming a long time ago, and they've already bought your politicians. Why are you still fighting political battles? Nothing important is political. Everything is about extinction at this moment in time. So I think we need to think on a world level and organic. Not just eating it, not just what you put on your skin, how you're living. How you're living. Do you trust the other organs in your organism? Do you trust the Muslims? Do you trust the Christians? Do you trust 7 billion people? This is what I was thinking about. National security. Leaving people alone. That's what I think. I think it's taking care of people and leaving them alone, giving them their free will. Like if you're called a human being, perhaps should we be letting people be in? Let them be. If you let people be, you let the organisms be, you let the corn be, you let the soy be. Stop trying to genetically modify it to be like you, that we're all pieces of a whole, pieces of a pie, and all the pie is different, all the slices, some got a little more broccoli, the others got a little more kale, the others got some spinach. And yeah, I didn't mention no meats, did I? I didn't hear no meats in that. Some have a little more oregano than the others. All the pieces are different, but they all make up a whole. As Lori just said, an organic whole, not a driven whole, and certainly not an a-hole. Not an a-hole. That's why peppermint soap is, oh man, anyway. Some of y'all, are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So think about it for a minute. What is organic? And should we be living organically? Should we be trusting in the process? Not in the system, not in the science. Who was it? Sadhguru said something earlier today. I was listening to my morningly lecture, morningly talk. And he said that belief systems are failing all over the planet. Belief systems. And he said it's a very good thing. I happen to agree with him. I was raised in the church. I think Christ had it right, but I don't think Muhammad had it wrong. I don't think God had it wrong. I don't think Mother Nature has it wrong. But I think it's a good thing. He said because in the village, we were always plagued by one person thinking for everybody. Is it organic to have one person think for the village? Is it organic to have representative form of government? Is that organic? Is that how the world's supposed to work? Or is that artificial? I think it's artificial. I do. I think that everybody fits in the same way we do in ecosystem. Good morning, everybody. Share, folks. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate y'all sharing. I know how I know they're sharing, Lisa. I know how they're sharing because I see the angry face. That's how I know they're sharing, because you start saying things. If you aren't pissing, well, not pissing people off. If you aren't making people think, then you're not doing it. Gotta put your thinking cap on. Besides the fact that the scripture says, study to show thyself approved, and it's just not studying what the one priest in the village says. It's a good thing for people to think for themselves. And so that was his point. You know, he doesn't play the religion thing. He doesn't play the belief thing. See, I agree with him. I think there should be 7 billion different belief systems on this planet, because I think the God thing makes different people believe different things at different times, or the fungi thing, or whatever you want to call it. I think that we all work together as an organic whole, and instead of driving, and sometimes you get an a-hole, and they try to drive other people. They try to herd them into like a human farm and control them. Let's call it a political party. Let's call it a nation. Let's call it a race. Let's call it a religion. What are the other ignorant groups? There's a whole bunch of them. They're always trying to control people so things don't unfold in an organic way, the free will way that we're supposed to let things unfold. And just steward. Like, let me ask another question. I was thinking about it this morning. Does anybody trust the planet, the human existence, like all of civilization to the Democrats? Let me ask you a question. Are you a Democrat? Do you trust the entire world and all human existence, all the microbiology on this planet, from the great whales in the ocean to the super sharks deep below in the deeps, and the creatures that we don't even know what they are? We just hear the noises in the deep ocean. Do you trust all of that to the Republicans? Will you take that 200,000 years of millions of years of human civilization and all the life on this planet and trust it to a artificial group, a system, and you are an organ in a organism? I don't. Do you trust all of that to America? Do you trust all of that to Russia and China? I think we need to progress organic living. I think that if you look at the philosophies of where non-GMO, non-modifying the organism came from, then I think you'll realize we probably shouldn't be doing that. Because what is GMO anyway? Can you call it HMO? Let me see. Is that human modified? human modified organism? Should we be modifying? Then why do we modify corn? Why do we modify organisms? Do we modify them for the ecosystem, or do we modify them for us? Because we want to grow some food in a place it ain't supposed to grow. Because we want to grow some food and not share with the pests that come to eat the crop that's grown in the wrong place it's not supposed to grow. See, that's not stewarding. Modifying organisms for yourself, for your species, for your ignorant chemical farmer. Oh, yeah, I don't like it when I say it that way. You don't like that? See, that's not organic. That's artificial. It's modification because you want something for you. Right? Same way, watch on the news. And they're modifying your intellect by lying to you, giving you part truths. Got a government with propaganda act to genetically modify your human intellect to be herded because they don't trust you. See, that's why the chemists do. They don't trust the corn. They don't trust the soy. Damn it, they don't trust the bugs and they don't want to share. Same reason your political party does it. Oh, same way your leader does it. That's why I don't believe in leaders. I don't believe in leaders because they don't trust you. The whole core concept of you being led and someone wanting to lead you is the fact that they don't trust you. Who is here? Augustine, that means if I want to lead you means I don't trust you. I don't trust. Why the hell do you want to vote and be with me if I don't trust? Somebody said I should get the not vote award. I don't know. He said I should write a book on not voting. I don't want to write a book on not voting. First of all, I can barely spell half the time. And I suck at grammar. I hate your grammar. I hate the King's English, your grammar, spelling, the language. So I don't care nothing about none of that. I shouldn't write a book. Nobody understand it. and to Travis, would you vote for me if I didn't trust you? I was like, you know what? I don't trust Travis. That Travis, you watch what he posts. I don't know if I trust him. He poor. I don't know. He a poor guy. He ain't drive Ferrari like I do. He doesn't have a big mansion in the house. He was born in the middle class. I don't trust him. I don't trust him to make his own decisions. I need to modify Travis. So let me alter the information he gets. Let me get a propaganda act. Let me control. Let me have an embargo on the truth. Come on, Travis, and follow me, brother. Come on. I don't trust you one bit, so I need to put you in an easily controllable group called a political party. Come on, Travis, let me lead you. You gonna follow me? That's what a leader is to me. To me, it's an insult on my intelligence all day long. I'm looking at all these people posting about their leaders, the people they want to put it. Did you say Oprah? Was that what you were trying to say, Lori, earlier? That somebody want Oprah to lead me? Damn it, I don't want Oprah to lead me. Oprah don't know me. Trump don't know me neither. Neither somebody. Oh, y'all know me. Y'all know me. Shoot, I sticky. You don't know me. Get me in the wrong mood. I love you to death. I won't like sticky, but I stick you somewhere. You don't know me. I'm an organism. Not only that, I'm dynamic. Okay? I change all the damn time. You're supposed to trust and have faith in the organic system, not controlling the people. All right, there we go. But that's what I think. I think too many people are trapped in these systems of control because they're trying to control other people. They've somehow been made fearful of other people by wealthy people who don't respect them. And they got that slave mind. They want to jump in the group and try to control other people because they've been made scared of other people, and they need to be scared of the people above them that's lying to them. Organic, what is that? genetically modifying things on the planet that worked fine till you got here. Tribes that were more friendly until you came around. There was no world war back in the day. Things were much more organic, and I think we need to go that way. We need to go back to being organic. I'm not talking about food if you came here recently. I ain't talking about food. Food is just an identity. That's just one piece of the puzzle. Where are my angry faces? I know, because y'all living chemically. You can eat organic all you want. You can go to the grocery store, go to that aisle. But if you got an organic philosophy for the planet and your politics and your religion and your nationalism, you're living artificially. So what's the point of eating organic? We all gonna die. We all gonna die because you're still living organic. Hang on. There they go. There go my angry faces. Somebody brought some friends. Who brought friends today? Y'all brought friends today? We got friends we can play with. I love playing. When we were kids, we used to go play with everybody, but we did not have artificial playtime. We played with everybody in the neighborhood. We used to get on the bikes, ride down to any kid. We didn't care nothing about your race, your religion, your color, your class. If you lived in a shack at a mansion, we didn't care. We got on our bikes and we were gone. We in a little gang, looking for bikes, looking for toys. But in the summertime, trying to find who the new kids on the block. See, my parents, they didn't control me artificially. Who was my friend? Now, when I got older, that's a little different. When I was young, they didn't try to control me. They let me live organically. They didn't say, oh, you got to play with the Christians. My father was a big Christian. He let me go to the Hindu temple. He let me go with my friend Lee Williams to the Hindu temple. I still remember, sticks in my head. I don't know why I remember the things that I do. Why do you remember the things that you do? The things are significant. It was significant to me that I had a Christian father who was a damn near preacher. He was in the Southern Baptist Convention and all of these organizations, lived in the church 7 days a week, was a deacon. Then it was time Lee said, you need to come to the Hindu temple. My father said, go, boy. He didn't say it that way, but I might have had to clean my room first or dust or do something like that, but he let me go. And it stuck in my head. He let me organically choose who I became. That man loved me. That man respected me. My mama loved me. She respected me. Let him go out and learn things, Tom, is what she used to say. But we get on our bikes. We go out there. We just riding. We see a ball in the yard. It's summertime. Oh, it's a kid in that house. We stop, get off our motorcycles because we had the cart in the wheel and the spokes. Kids don't do that no more. Kids don't even know what a bike is anymore. And we run up to the house. Are there any kids in here? There's a ball in the front. We had no fear. We had no fear. We had no fear. We like a little gang. It's a kid here? Yeah, my nephew's here. His name is Johnny. Johnny, you want to play with these little dirty bastards out here? Johnny come down. Yeah, I got a bike. And we all go off and play. Organically making friends. Nobody asked what nation you were, what race or religion. None of the stupid stuff they got you doing now. Because comedy is dead. And they've convinced you to take yourself seriously. Trust me, we ain't taking you seriously. I don't take nothing serious. I don't. I don't take you serious at all. I know you take you seriously. We don't take you, your groups and your fuggles and your we don't take none of us here. All right, I'm ranting at this point. Let me slow down. All right, I'm just asking, what is organic? What's the point of eating organic lettuce and eating poisoned tomatoes? What's the point? What's the point of eating all organically and then drinking Coca-Cola? Huh? What's the point? What's the point of eating organic but living toxic? What's the point? What's the point? Why in the world are we still talking about state, regional, and national issues and the whole planet is being poisoned artificially? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Should we not be thinking on a global scale? If the globe dies, do you survive? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, naturally, Lisa. We gotta be natural. These systems have worked fine for a long time. Human beings, let them be. Focus on the B-E and not the I-N-G. Let them be. Let them be. I think that was a song back in the 80s or something. That might be old Negro spiritual. I don't remember. I was in the church. We just stomping and hopping. So I don't even remember half that. I was playing with bubble gum and, thinking about what toys I was gonna play with when I went home. Genetically modified food is labeled as organic. Right, John, that's my point. Like, what's the, so do we want to trust the USDA with an organic earth? Do we want to trust them with our organic food? Do we want to trust the system with an organism? Do we want to trust the world organically to America? One of the biggest chemical giants on the planet, one of the biggest weapons dealers, who just can't stop. They don't let nothing go organic. They got a police state and they police the entire damn world. There's nothing organic in that. That's all artificial. Everything trying to be controlled is being controlled by a psychopath. Always. Whether it be the corn, the soy. Damn it, they got genetically modified apples and papayas now. They gonna have the okra too soon. Y'all keep playing with them. They working on all of it. They're gonna make they're gonna make the whole planet artificial for control. For the same reason they make the crops. Because we're too stupid to understand that we're always being played. Locally is better. Yes, Lisa, and I agree with local. So I think that you act local, but you think global. And to me, it's not globalism. Because people are like, that's globalism. No, it's not globalism. Shut up. Listen. I'm trying to say something here. Now be quiet with bald people talking. All right, I know. I shouldn't say that. I'm just having fun. Globalism is when you try to control everything through nations. Right? That's when you try to make one nation, that whole nation idea. We're trying to make one. I'm not interested in a nation. I'm not interested in a system. A system is not organic. A system is about control. What's the difference between 300 farms and one? Why should we be farming humans at all? See, I believe in let people go, let them be free, let them live their lives, let them have free will, because I didn't have a choice. I was raised in the church. I'm supposed to respect free will. I can't be in your political party. I actually read the scripture. I did, and I believe it too. And because it syncs up with natural law. I'm supposed to leave people alone. I'm not faking my faith. What's a fake faith? That's a cult. I'm not faking it. I believed in it, and I still believe in it today. But what's the difference? Why would you want one world nation? Do we want a world nation? Do we actually want to be easily controllable? So instead of 300 yokes, we want one big yoke. Is that a good idea? Is that organic? See, I don't think so. See, when I talk about thinking planetary, I think about one race. That's what I think about. I think about the human race. Because one world government would be one world plantation. Why does anybody want to live on a plantation? Free everybody. Let everybody be free. It's like, think about it like this. If you trust in organic and you trust things go the way they're supposed to go, if you stop artificially starving people all around this planet, stealing their resources, their land, and their access to abundance, what happens? What happens when you free people? Do they hate you or they become your ally? Do you need national security if you fed everybody? If you instead of bombing them, dropping bombs on their head, you drop tomatoes on their head. Not tomatoes, that might hurt too. Because they should throw tomatoes at people. Don't do that. If you drop seeds to grow tomatoes. If we fed the whole world, would you need national security? What happens when you feed people? I had neighbors that didn't like me, and I took them tomatoes. I took them cucumbers. And after a while, that little turned up face turned into kind of a smile. They was kind of happy to see me. The little brown guy coming through the door got some food for it. They liked me at that point. And I don't know why they liked me. Right? Because I'm bald head, brown. I was new to the neighborhood. You never know why people like you, but when you feed them, you make an ally. You make a friend. That's how we always made friends. Used to bake the new neighbor an apple pie and take it to him. Used to bake him some spaghetti, and no, none of it was organic. It was probably all poison, but this is going back to the 50s. At earliest I can remember anyway. You feed people. You don't need a nation. You don't need a military. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need national defense when you're one race. That's what I'm talking about, thinking globally, not globalism. Understanding everybody on the planet is your cousin. Letting things unfold organically. Freeing the human race, letting them be free. Organic, not modified, not genetically, psychologically, intellectually, political party, racially, religionally modified. But free to be a self and a sovereign. That's what I'm talking about. Our existence at this point is unsustainable. Brother Rand, and it's been unsustainable a long time. We all gonna die. We all gonna die anyway, but we all gonna die a lot more painful if we continue this artificial living, modifying human beings instead of letting them be. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Patricia. We don't need a government structures the way they are. No, we don't. I don't think we need them at all, Lisa. I think we need a facilitatement. We need something to facilitate us being stewards. But other than that, we don't need government and law. Like, this is a bad experiment and it failed, but more people are voting for it. I don't understand why they're still voting for masters, voting for artificial control of a species that was supposed to be free. Believing is not enough. Acting is what matters. That's all that matters, Christine, is acting. But you got to believe first. And you got to open people's mind to the idea first, because they still got that picture of anarchy that people run in the street. You know that picture of anarchy they get? That if we're free, we're actually running the street because all the poor people are going to kill each other and shoot each other and start blowing things up and setting cars on fire because only elite people can make the rules. You poor people, there's something wrong with your brain, like that eugenics. Y'all got that fungus in you. That was that one of the Rockefeller children came up with the eugenics that y'all shouldn't be breeding. You shouldn't be free because you're not going to act, because you're shiftless, you're lazy, you're useless eaters, and you won't work for their corporations if you're free. That's where that comes from. That's why every time you see anarchy on television owned by 7 corporations, it's always poor people blowing stuff up, not combing your hair, not brushing your teeth. You won't take your kids and put baby oil on the face and make them shiny. You got the nappy hair, you need them to comb it. You know how the queen, because the queen don't like you. The queen ain't never liked y'all, ain't it, y'all? That's why the queen live in the castle and you don't. That's what the wall was for, right? The wall was to keep you out because you stank. They don't like you. They need to control you. You cannot be free. You stay out there. Now, when the invaders come, some of y'all can come in. And no, and that wasn't because they love you neither. They let you in the castle, in the walls, because after they beat off the invader, somebody got to clean. Somebody got to clean up. Somebody got to grow the food. Somebody got to pick the hay. Somebody got to just restore it. But most of y'all outside the castle, you can die. They ain't get 2 damns about you. That's why castles have walls. There is a great division between us. And it might be called the TV. Y'all got me going this morning. We may not even look at the news. I don't even know what the hell is happening. So I guess Oprah's running for president, huh? I don't think that's organic. I don't think it's. But outside of the practical, organic perspective of freeing humans from control because they're poor, they don't have the right to make up their own mind if they want to go to a tractor pull, or they want to play Sega, or they want to go to a park, they need to go to work. Would a person who couldn't fight big beef fight big everything? Would a person who couldn't fight big beef fight big anything? All right, well, I bet it's not a liberal thing, it's a Trump thing. Would somebody who couldn't fight big real estate, because he lost that $1 billion. If he couldn't fight big real estate, if he lost it, can he fight big war, big chemical, big fast food, big prison, big everything? No, none of them, no. Dude, that's what I'm saying. These are all our solutions. But that you got to join the race. See, when you join the race, the right race, there's only one race. There's only one race. When you join the right race, then your mind starts to work. Your mind starts to open. When you encompass and increase your circle of influence, when you start taking in people that they've separated from you because they need you to fight them, because you can only fight people you don't know, then you start to think about freeing people. You start to think about feeding people. You start to think about housing people. You start to think about people as family. You start to get a little annoyed by people dropping bombs on their heads and wanting you to vote for mayor. All right, I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna do comments. I wouldn't trust me either. No, Travis, that's what I was trying to tell someone the other day, Travis. I don't trust me. And the guy was like, then you need to stop talking on social media. If you don't trust you, you're not confident. I was like, why the hell would I be confident in me, Travis? Damn it, I jumped off my building, my roof, with a cape. I thought I was Superman. I don't trust me. I don't know me. Why would I trust me? And why would I try to get you to trust me? Like, that's the whole belief in leadership, that you're right. I don't know that I'm right. Do I act like I'm right? I act like I'm insecure because I don't know if I'm right. All I know is we're going to die and we need to talk about it, because we shouldn't die this way. That's all I know. But if you're going to lead people, you need confidence. I'm not trying to lead you, dude. I don't know you. I have no idea who you are. I don't want to lead. I want you to lead yourself. I think the yellow vest got it right, brother. You're supposed to lead yourself. I think you were born here, and it's an organic earth. Things always work the way they're supposed to. We always got an Einstein and a Nikola Tesla. We got somebody that can drive cars, somebody that can make cars. We got people who can grow food. We got people who make machines that can grow food. And I think every creature is sent to this planet for a purpose, like an ecosystem. I want you to run you. And he couldn't get it. He was like, well, but you're trying to lead. I'm not trying to lead people. I'm trying to tell people, lead yourself. That's organic. I can't lead you. I don't know you. I don't know what you're good at. I was trying to get him to embrace the concept of sovereignty and free will, and it wasn't sinking in. He's like, you're dangerous. I know. I'm supposed to be. What's safe about the planet? What is safe about organic? Huh? What is it? You go to the grocery store, is organic safe, y'all? Is that you go to the grocery store and you see one apple and it's like shiny and it's like pristine. It's like, oh, it hurts your eyes just looking at it. Oh, the pristine, it's just white all around. It's just so clean, it just look white. It's not even a bite, a scrumple, a tickle, nothing on it. No hair, just pristine. That's safe. That's it. That's a dead apple. Ain't nothing living on it. Ain't nothing living on the outside of it. Ain't nothing living on the inside of it. It's all chemical. Oh, then you go look at the organic stuff. It's like, what the hell? You know, when I first started eating organic, I was like, what in the hell was I thinking? Man, I'm getting a squash and it got all scratches and bumps and looked like the farmer took a crap on it and the animal scratched it. I'm like, that's a claw mark. I know what a claw, that's a groundhog. Are you selling this stuff to people? What exactly is safe about organic? It's not. It's a faith-based ideology that the planet been here for 15 billion years. You only been here for 50. that my body knows what to do with all of that, and it needs all of that. So I eat organic because it needs the bugs and the scratches and the biology and the pollen and all the bacteria that come with it, because my body is a learning machine and it's solving problems by all the crap I'm intaking. It's like hate speech. That's artificial too. They try to artificially hide the hate speech with the censorship. You need it. Why? Because you take it all in. It's like a scratch on an apple, right? You take it in, you start to understand. Oh, you learn it. I get it. You got hate because you were born starving. I get it now. You were in prison because you shot your husband because he was beating you, but you did that because you were abused as a child. I get it now. Huh. Well, I guess that's another reason I ain't gonna vote. Because we're taking women who were abused as little girls and putting them in prison to get abused more by the system. No, I ain't voting for that. No, hell no, that ain't organic. You're supposed to love that out of people. You don't take abused people and throw, because a kid grew up poor. Father had to work. Didn't want to do it no more, ran away, left him just to mama or grandmama. Guy down the street was abusing her. Grew up angry. She's supposed to be, a lot of people supposed to be angry. Y'all know that? You ever go to the ghetto and like flash off your flashy stuff? That do that. It's safer if you go to trailer park. Oh, go to the trailer park. Y'all ever go? I want you to go to the trailer park, the poorest one you can find. Sunny side on the stream. It's not a stream no more. It's like a cesspool just running through it. You know that the movie River runs through it, cesspool runs through it. How'd you go pull up in your Benz with your Rolex and your Gator shoes and your $3,000 suit? Politician, I want you to do that. I want you to just go do that. Some people are angry for a reason, and they will show you through a loving way why they're angry. We got to live organic, people. And the only way we live organic is we let everybody be. Let them be. Let them be human beings. Damn it, I got to plug in. GMO will make you turn GMO. Ooh, go on, Deshaun. GMO will make you turn GMO. You become what you are, the food that you eat. You are the fool that the politics you believe. Because that's what they want to do. Like GMO will make you a GMO. Lying will make you a liar. Talking points will make you look stupid on the internet when you're dealing with people. This is why I got friends from all over the place. I'll be honest with you. That's why. That's why they're here. That's why the Trump people here, the Obama people here, the Clinton people here, the Bernie people here. I bring them all here. The black people, the white people, the yellow people, the red people. I make sure I got friends everywhere because you can't lie on my thread. You can lie everywhere else. You can lie on my thread. Somebody waiting for you. I'm tired. Somebody waiting for you. Go ahead and lie. You go ahead and say something inaccurate. They get you. They used to get me all the time. That's what made me grow. Sometimes you want to log on social media, just start lying, try to get people on your team because you want to artificially control them instead of let them be organic. But somehow I accidentally messed up and got a whole bunch of friends from all over the damn place. They'll correct you in a minute. That's why I think most people don't say anything on my thread anymore. They're quiet, they just read. It's like, Yvonne, right, it's like an education thread. Because people just come to be educated. So I ain't gonna say nothing over there because I say something, they're gonna pull out some evidence. They're gonna show me Bernie's a war criminal because he voted for a war all those times. He took the money, the babies were starving, now he's for peace. They're gonna say something true. Oh, did y'all see that? Did y'all see? I didn't. Okay, so I listen. I don't pay attention to politics. When I hear this stuff, I kind of laugh a little bit. But I guess it was true. I didn't hear it. It's true. Y'all tell me if it's true. But they said Trump was at an elementary school. And he told the kids, we're going to land on the sun. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with identity. Here's the problem. The problem with identity is once you take your subconscious, it takes everything in, right? Like this is how they control you artificially. Because your subconscious takes in all the information you hear. It's just data and it trusts everything. Your conscious is filtering. And so the first time he said, yeah, well, Trump was at a school and he told the kids we're going to land on the sun before the something. And one of the kids was like, we ain't going to land on the sun. You can't land on the sun. And see, in my mind, I was like, yeah, the kid is right. What the hell? Like, they going to say we're going to land on the sun. You know, the sun is a little warm, right? You know, it's a little warm. It literally is made of all the metals that we can make and it melts every damn thing. That's what the kid called him on it. And I guess Trump said, oh, it's okay, we're going to land there at night. He said, we're going to land there at night. And I'm like laughing, right? Like, I was like, what the hell? This guy crazy. That's why I kind of like him as president. He just says silly stuff. He makes fun of the whole leader idea. He does sometimes. But then I went out and I looked because I was like, this could be fake news. Maybe he didn't say that. What are angry faces? The Trump people, y'all not here? And no angry faces. I might win this one though. So I looked it up because one, I don't like to say things unless I know they're true. I like to do my research. I don't go out to your page and ask you for a link. I don't know why people ask me for links anymore. I rarely provide them. I'm not. If you care, you actually go do the research yourself. You'll go to Google. It's something we got called Google, and we have something else called EcoAsia.org. And they plant trees every time you do a search, and then you just type in the topic. So I went out to EcoAsia and I typed in, Trump said we gonna land on the sun. That's all this funny memes. And so apparently it was a thing. I didn't know he said it. Like I said, I don't pay attention. I'm like in my own world. What I playing this morning? I was playing something this morning. What I playing this morning? No, it's repotting. Desert rose bonsai. And I was checking on the Kentucky coffee trees. They're coming up. I got some sensitive plants, some Mosaputica, some other things I was growing. I was doing that. Oh, I got my seeds in the mail. I got the monkey orchid, and I got, what other seeds did I get yesterday? I was in my own world. I won't bore y'all with all of that. The Jamaican strawberry tree. So I looked it up. Damn sure he saw all the funny stuff. I laugh and I believe it because I think he's silly. I believe all the news went in my subconscious. The guy said crazy, he just does. But he might collapse America, and so I like him as president. Because America shouldn't exist, but that's a whole nother discussion. Well, like is a strong word. That's too strong. I appreciate not having somebody in that's keeping up the war machine and making it look sexy. That's what I like. When little children are dying, I think we should be concerned. I don't think it's organic to drop white phosphorus on babies. And I don't want somebody in there that makes it look sexy. I want somebody who will come in and say, we're going to shove it in your hole because we want jobs. That way we can have a discussion about how the world really works. I don't want any more nice, apathetic BS about putting children in cages. It's okay when you do it, and it's not okay when they do it. I want someone to say, we put them in a cage so I can make a good decision about my world. Is that organic to put children in cages? All right. So I looked it up. And damn sure they said, yeah, well, we can land on the sun at nighttime, but it's got to be Eastern time. All these jokes, I was laughing. It was funny. It's like, yeah, but it's got to be Eastern time. It's got to be where Trump is. It's, yeah, otherwise it ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna get, because the sun gonna melt the ship. So we got to check the scientific mathematics of where Trump is at that time on the East Coast, because in the White House, and it's got to be nighttime where the probe going to just melt. All right, so I laugh because they programmed you and you believe that stuff. Damn sure wasn't it a scientist. Say, yeah, we can land on the moon. Land on the sun. We can do what? Say, yeah, scientist says we can land on the sun. I said, we can do what? Land on the sun. And now you got me going, because you know me and the aliens, man. You know me and Roswell, and that's got all these damn hidden UFOs. I was watching Bob Lazar yesterday. You know, the documentary's on Netflix now. You need to watch it. And I was watching that thing. That man is so believable. And so I'm thinking, we got some alien shields or something? How the hell we want to get to the sun? Did he slip up and say something? Did he get a briefing and say something he wasn't supposed to say, and they tried to wash over it with some humor? But that's what they're talking about. We can land, but it has to be the dark spot of the sun. So we can land in one of the dark spots of the sun in the winter solstice, I think is what they said. I was like, damn, Trump's smarter than me. Just Trump taught me something. People don't like that with angry faces. Come on, y'all. I don't see no angry face. Trump taught you something, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. You thought the little kid was right. And all of a sudden, Trump was right. Because he got some briefings, because Bob Lazar probably told you the truth. But I'm going to say something else. One other thing. Now I get back to comments and try to do some things and get out of here. Bob Lazar. Something I was thinking about yesterday. Outside of the Area 51, please don't run there, people. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're going to shoot you and they're going to kill you. They don't care nothing about you. And I got to go to my thread. There's so much stuff go through my mind. That's the only problem with having friends like all over the place. They have so many crazy, diverse thoughts. It just, you can't. One day I'm gonna take this seriously. I'm gonna start writing some notes down. The significance of Bob Lazar. If the story he tells is true, it's significant. Hang on, I'm gonna find out why it's significant. What y'all talking about while I'm looking it up? Unitarian fellowships teach all known scriptures. Yes, Rebecca, and that's why I think there shouldn't be belief systems. I think everybody should question everything, and they should study to show thyself approved, and they should go find out what is true, not accept what their daddy or their mommy handed them. To me, that's artificial control. That's not organic to take on the religion of your mommy and daddy and not question it. That's blind faith in people. It's not blind faith in a God. Oh, I was watching Orange is the New Black yesterday. Orange is the New Black yesterday. That was great. That was fantastic. But yeah, y'all still throwing abused women in prison. So let me see. All right, anyway, I'm down to the Bob Lazar here. You can tell what I'm always doing because it's all over Facebook. Every time I'm doing something, my mind is in a place. I'm just like posting it. I was watching a Bob Lazar thing. I can show you this. Maybe I shouldn't show it to you. Run out of time. Okay, there we go. I can't show it to you. Boom, 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 boom. Let's move it forward. It's not organic to have a government that lies about free energy. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to say. I just remembered. Hang on. The whole significance of Bob Lazar perhaps isn't about alien ships or nothing. This isn't a post right here. This is right here. Make it a bit organic, because it's not organic to have a government that lies to you about everything. That's number one. Let me get rid of that. That's not organic. That's GMO modified. But what's the main problem? I think the main problem and the reason why people can't believe Bob Lazar, a man who's very believable, and the people closest to him saying he's not lying, he's actually telling the truth, is because what it means is that you've been living a lie. That's what it means. And that's scary. That's a scary thought. That the government you believe in, that you organically, blindly follow, your political party and your leaders that don't respect you, it means you wasted your whole life. It means that you were on a plantation picking cotton and they ain't never even really need the cotton. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because if they got these free energy devices that are showing up on the news and everybody's watching the damn things flying around, everything Bob Lazar said has been vindicated. Everything down to the damn scanner. Back in the 80s when he said to get into S4 and nobody even knew S4 was there. You know, Area 51. The only reason you even know Area 51 is because he said it and the government later confirmed it. He said to get in there, They had hand scanners. Who comes up with this stuff? Hand scanners that scan the bone, right? Because it's got such a bright light, it goes through your skin. Guess what? They found the hand scanner. And guess where it was? It was to get in some top secret place on a military base. And they showed him, it's like, that's the hand scanner I told you about in the 80s. Element 115, the one he said existed, guess what? Now it exists. But the big problem, because all the evidence is vindicating, and government never said, when they checked on him when he first got there, they said, oh, Bob Lazar doesn't exist. He doesn't exist. And guess what later on? He does exist. He was all over. Bob Lazar didn't go to our university. He did go to the university. He's been vindicated time after time after time after time. And he gave up a millionaire, multi-millionaire's life to be poor and make fireworks for children. But I think the big problem with it is because it means people have to accept that the world isn't the way that they've been preaching it is. The world doesn't work the way that they've been teaching and raising their kids. They sent their kids to college to work on the plantation for cotton that they don't even need because they got free energy, which means they can do all the work. They got what they call oil energy slaves. Anyway, I won't get into that. I don't get it. But I'm going to say this. It's not organic. I forgot why I was going to go into that. It's not organic. But I think that's why people don't want to accept the truth. It's scary. It's scary, right? They need to artificially control it. They need to genetically modify it to make it comfortable. They need to modify the corn so they can grow the way they want to. They need the world to work the way they want to because America is so good and the Republicans are after freedom and democracy, and the Republicans and the Democrats, they want democracy and, and stop climate change. They want the world to work the way they want it to, and it doesn't. All right, the more I listen to idiots, the stronger my intuition becomes. Keep on talking Trump. Well, all right, Sheepless. I don't know. There was not a plug for Trump. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if that's what you think I'm saying. I'm not plugging Trump. I'm plugging, we need to stop thinking on a national level. We need to stop focusing on presidents. We need to stop focusing on politics. If we're dying and our threats are all at a planetary scale, we need to focus on that. So I'm not Trump. I see idiots all over. I see them on this side, that. They're idiots that are supposed to be, though. They're raised to be that way. They're supposed to be that on this side and that side. I'm just saying that we need to stop placing significance. I like the fact that he does make light of a lot of this. I think he scares a lot of the right people. But do I think he's going to make things great intentionally? I don't. I think that he was raised to be wealthy, and I know a lot of wealthy people who are liberals and conservatives, and none of them mean it. There might be a few that might be little philanthropists, but there's something about that billionaire level. But the problem is the system. So that's all I'm saying. So I don't want to talk about Trump. I'm not for him nor against him. I think he's insignificant, just like Obama. I think it's not organic to focus on identity. I think the identity is how you put people in boxes and cages and you raise them like livestock because you don't trust them, you don't respect them. That's what I think. And I don't think people should be in cages. I don't think you should be in the United States of a cage. I don't think you should be in a Russia cage. I think you should be free. There's a lot of TED talk out there about the mushrooms concept too. Someone else who used to cure cancer. Yeah, Megs, that's right. Well, there's Dr. Sebi and there are like 50 other doctors and they're all getting killed. Why are they getting killed? Because they got natural medicines that actually give your body back the ability to heal itself. And so they gotta die. You can't have an organic world where people can go grow their own medicine, take it, and they get healed without going to CVS and the drug dealers on the corner. You can't do that. You know, you got Devil Bill, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds who build all of this crap, and they need you to keep taking their drugs and poisoning yourself and poisoning your children as young as that. 3 days old, they need you to start poisoning them kids. You know, so yeah, they can't have that. So they start killing the doctors. And I don't think that's in any of the 2020 talking points either. Is there anything about killing doctors? Nope. They don't want you healed. They need you sick. Why? Not that they care. They don't, man. Trump doesn't love nor hate you. He's not racist or nothing, no more than anybody else. He just wants a retirement like everybody else does. He's in that position and he's doing what he's doing to get his retirement. If I were in that position, I'd be doing the same damn thing. I'd be doing the same thing Obama did. That's why I'm saying, when you really open your mind, when you really let science do what it's supposed to in your intellect, and you let faith and the scriptures from the ancients confirm that, you'll realize we are all the same creature anyway. We're the same creature, and when we're put in certain spots with divided up energy, we're going to do what the other person did. So we don't need to blame identity. We don't need to blame people. We just need to fix a planet. All right. Anyway, that's what I was thinking. We need to live more organic, but organic across the way, completely organic Earth. Oprah for president. That's what Daniel's talking about. Let me see. Isn't the Dim Circus on tonight? Oh, is it, Ivana? Was it a debate or something? I'm not watching. I got something good to watch. What am I watching? I'm still watching the. Oh, there you go. I ain't watching. See, I ain't gonna watch. I know. You turned me on because you saw brown skin. You're like, yeah, we're gonna talk about the debates. Why? They're not debating anything on the planetary scale. They're just picking and choosing who gets to be in the office when they destroy the planet, right? When everybody dies. And I think that's kind of a bad idea. So I'm gonna live my life. I'm enjoying my watch my alien show. What's it called? One Life or New Life or something like that? I'm gonna watch that show. I ain't gonna watch I'm gonna watch something that's entertaining, more entertaining. Something that's important. In our angry faces. Welcome to the show, y'all. Let me see. When did the primary start? Megs, I have no idea, and I don't even care. I could care less. Y'all just let me know later who the president is if they got something funny to say. For short of that, I don't care nothing about it. Gerard's an educator, not a leader. I damn sure ain't no leader, and I damn sure ain't no educator. I'm a parrot-cater. That's what I do. I listen to smart people, and I just parrot it. That's all. I listen to smart people. I watch all y'all's posts. I look at your comments, and it just creates a picture in my head. And I'm just like, y'all, we all gonna die. We need to stop being stupid. That's all I do. A blue, clear ocean is a desert. A blue, clear ocean is a desert. Randy, what does that mean? What's Kay got to say? The message, be you, not a lemming. Exactly, Kay, that's my point. Be you. You are a human being. Be you. Don't be your neighbor. Don't be your daddy. Don't be your mommy. Don't be your leader's minion. Be you. Don't be a lemming. And if you are you, this planet goes the way it's supposed to. But as long as you let people keep telling you what you're supposed to be, we got a problem. Because then we're easily farmable. Then we're farmed in a couple thousand groups or a couple hundred groups, and we're being controlled by these big corporations and whoever runs these leaders. Be you. Do you, boo. Like, why do people say it, but they don't believe it? It boggles my mind. Heavy metal sprayed in the sky has contaminated the entire web of life. Organic, right? Well, they're killing everything, Rebecca, right? Like that, and that gets back into the theories of Loon. Why they're spraying it? Well controlled, right? Where's my organic sign at? They want artificial control, right? If you can't grow no food without their seed, then you got to buy their seed. If you can't grow food, then you need to go to government for food. They're always trying to control people. Everything is about human control of human labor until they get the robots and they just gonna murder everybody. Living with negative thoughts will make you negative. It absolutely will, Lori. You become what you are. I'm happy all the damn time. I ain't never had this much joy in my life because I don't care anymore. I don't care about artificial things. I don't care about identities and the silliness. I think about things on a planetary scale. I'm a part of a planet. Like I tell people, everything will be okay. I'm not worried. Like I'm hopeful for humanity. I am. But I'm also a part of an ecosystem. Right? I care more for the ecosystem. Everything is gonna be okay. May not be okay for humanity, but it's gonna be okay. Things will work itself out. Things always work themselves out. And when we're gone, if we're gone, something else will happen. So I'm not worried. I have no worries. I'm not here anyway. I'm just a wave energy having a human experience. I'm not going to die. I just transfer into something else. Sometimes we're driving and listening. Well, Trish, drive. Yeah, if you're driving, and drive and listen, but damn sure don't comment. Part of the organism. That's all we all learn. We're a part of a whole. We need to act like we're part of a whole. Have more confidence and love in the whole and all the parts. And stop trying to control it. Identity is being stuck in a label. It is. That's exactly what it is, Lori. That's how they control you. They give us identities and then they make us stupid. Like, it's hard to watch the news. Like, if I go over to the news right now, every time you look at the news, they put the identity right in the title. And this is why it gets more and more annoying to even look at them, because I get annoyed just simply by the titles. It's right in the title. It's got all the identity stuff. It already tells you, and all the news does it. RT isn't any different, which is worrisome. Right in the top, like all right, let's do this. I'm gonna go through the news and just pull out the identity bits, right? Because we can talk about it, and then we show it's obvious it's true. Huawei CEO. All right, so if you're American, you're already mad at Huawei because Huawei's supposed to be the enemy. They're using that identity. Breaking up 100,000 Capital One accounts hacked. Well, damn sure if that's your bank, you got issues. That identity, control, grouping. Does Bernie Sanders make MSNBC skin crawl? Bernie Sanders, you already picked a side, didn't you? Common medications increase dementia risk. Oh, well, you chose a side right there, right? Because either you got dementia or you don't. You're for Big Pharma or you're not. So like all of this stuff is identity. You can do this all damn day and go down here and people are already picking teams. Something about Trump. Did Trump's Baltimore's comments go too far, right? You've already picked a side. You've already decided. You haven't watched it. They don't know what. I don't even know what comments he has. But most people already picked a side because they already worship this man or they already hate the man. And I'm just like, you are the man. You'd literally be him if you weren't born where you were born. So it's like a pointless discussion. China to meet at Beijing considers digital currency. You've made your choice. Right? Because you like digital currency at night, or you don't. You like money or you don't. China, you're either Chinese or you're not. You're American or you're not. Or you're Chinese in America, America and China. But they put identity right in the headlines, like the laws. They put the identities in the nice stuff right in the name of the law. But when you actually read the law, it's not even about that. But I understand RT. Like they're selling ads, and the only reason people are going to click is because it's going to piss them off or it's going to reconfirm their narrative. Is that a moon? Popular support lacking return trip to the moon. That's the moon stuff. We gotta go to the moon stuff. I'm sorry, gotta pause. Nothing's more important than the moon. I know, that kicked into my
I don't know about you, but when I was watching Lola testify in front of Congress, there was something that happened that was very,
See how well that worked? This is why I don't judge anybody. Because I'm you and you and me and we all me. We just either trying to wake up or not. But I'm clicking on this and I'm watching this because this might be something happy. It might be something that's significant. Not the BS that I'm clicking, I'm watching.
It's recently celebrated the 50th anniversary of the first moon landing. And while the Trump administration has promised that there will be more trips to the moon and even humans on Mars in the near future, it's left many Americans wondering if we should already be there by now. RT's Rachel Blevins has the story.
Years ago, the Apollo 11 mission launched from the Kennedy Space Center on Merritt Island, Florida on July 16, 1969, and within days it became the first mission to successfully land a man on the moon.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Mission Commander Neil Armstrong is credited with being the first man to walk on the moon on July 20th, 1969, and he was joined by lunar module pilot Buzz Aldrin. The trio was completed by Michael Collins, who flew the command module Columbia nearby in the lunar orbit.
When we did get close and we rolled out and saw it for the first time, it was a revelation. It was gigantic. It filled our entire window.
The moon landing was made possible by the Saturn V, which was 100 times more powerful than the Mercury boosters that launched the
laughing faces, that's already identity of people who don't think we went to the moon. Right? See, this is how this works. Everybody gets in their dream and their tribe and just begin to fight in things that just don't matter.
First American astronaut in orbit in 1961. With a maximum velocity of 25,000 miles per hour, the Saturn V was filled with nearly 1 million gallons of kerosene, liquid oxygen, and liquid hydrogen. Scientists have remarked that if the rocket malfunctioned and blew up on or near the launch pad, it would have had the force of a small nuclear weapon. But the mission was successful, and it came 8 years after President John F. Kennedy announced the unprecedented goal of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to Earth, marking one of the greatest accolades in U.S. history.
Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
All right. Did we go to the moon? I know. I see y'all laughing. They hear my moon. I think the moon people here. Did we go to the moon? Was the moon a fake landing? Was a hoax? Is it important? See, I don't think it's all that important. I don't, because if we went to the moon or we didn't go to the moon, they're gonna share any moon things with me. They find some moon diamonds. They're gonna say, "Hey, Gerard, hey, moon diamonds." They find some okra on the moon. They're gonna share it with you. No, they're not. They're not. And do you actually believe that they went to the moon and they showed the poor people what's on the moon? Do you actually believe if they went to the moon, whether there was something up there or not, that they would stop going to the moon? Now these are colonizers, man. Colonizers. These are people, they can't stop destroying everything. They don't leave it up until they know it's nothing. They went all over. Like the Spanish, when they got to Latin America, why do you think everybody speaks Spanish in Latin America? They didn't stop going. They kept going. They didn't hit the coast like, oh, it's forests and mosquitoes everywhere. Damn it. Get back on the boat. We're going to get out of here. Ain't nothing over in Latin America. Ain't nothing. Hell no. They didn't. All right, get the machetes. We need to go through the forest and jungle. It's going to be something here we can steal and kill people for. There's no way they went to the moon and stopped going. Of course they went to the moon and kept going. They just didn't tell us. History, to me, tells me that. But that, it's back to organic. You can't have an organic planet that goes the way it's supposed to, a species evolving toward becoming sentient, if someone's always controlling the information. If you got an upper class, a middle class, a low class, the elite class, the ruling class, the banking class, and all these classes, everybody's fighting for control. And if you ain't the banking class, you're lost, because everybody needs money, and they print the money. That's who runs the planet. That's what I'm saying. If your problems are planetary, you need to think on a planetary level, because the lower level is going to get you killed. They're going to get you killed. They're going to get you killed. You might win racism, man. I don't know if it's a game or not, but you might win. You might stop it all or get everybody more racist, but you're going to die. So what's the point? What's the point? Sun landing in a simulation, maybe possible. But Rebecca, I don't know. It looks like there's some scientists saying that they probably could land on the moon. Now I think maybe it's got some alien shields or something, maybe from a UFO they got off the moon. I wouldn't know. I'm a dumb monkey on a planet being controlled by masters on a plantation that have been picking cotton his whole life. Come to find out, the cotton was busy work. They just needed me busy. I believe in the busy theory. That's why I think Bob Lazar is so important. I believe in the busy theory. I think they just want to keep us busy. Why? Because idle time is the devil's workshop. Poor people ain't got nothing to do what they think about doing. They think about what the rich people got. When poor people aren't out there picking cotton, they're looking up. Oh, they got nice cars and houses. I got this time. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to take my kids to daycare. I don't have to work 2-3 jobs, working 80 hours a week. Maybe I can go over there and borrow something. No, you gotta keep the monkeys working. But I think it's also about making the robots. They can have the free energy, but they need us to work in science and engineering and software and development to make sure that we make the robots that later they're gonna use the free energy to kill us with. If your problems are global, killer robots are a global problem, right? It's not one country, it's not one nation, it's a global problem. We need to think global, stop thinking national. Let me see, the 8 trillion arms sale to Saudi was just approved. There were a handful of people who voted against it. I wonder who those sentient politicians are. Well, Ivan, that's just the ones that didn't get any money or they were paid to vote that way. I think they're all bought. I think half the time, I think that they buy just enough to get the law to go murder people or do whatever dumb thing they want to do. They make sure they buy enough. And they probably buy others too to get them to vote that way too. I think everything is a stage show. And I think the people who vote that way, we think they're sentient. And maybe that's what keeps people voting. See, I don't. And I try to put it in like a logical perspective. If I were in the Bloods, they decide they want to go kill someone, and I decided that no, you shouldn't go kill that person. I'm going to vote against it. I'm not going to get in the car and go do a drive-by shooting with you. Am I going to stay a blood? Why did I join the Bloods to begin with? You know, like I try to keep it simple. I just think that if you are in the business, your organization is murdering people. If you go sit down in the resume, got your resume, you go sit down for your interview. I want to get a job for the ABC Corporation, or let's say the Umbrella Corporation. You go sit down, like, here's my resume. I worked here and did this and that, this, that, and the other. It's like, okay, well, what does your organization do? Well, we're the Umbrella Corporation. We make zombies that eat people, and we want to release them on the world. We drop bombs on children. We are called the Democrat Party and the Republican Party. We're called America. We are called a department for the Rothschild Empire. Yeah, we might hire you. Would you stay at that interview? Would you really want a job for people that's murdering people? That's what, to me, sentient is. To me, sentient, you have nothing to do with it. You want nothing to do with it. Now, I'm gonna walk away. I believe that they pay him to vote all the ways that they do. Gerard publicly states when he finds he's wrong about something he's wrong about is a grown-up. I know, Lori, I'm wrong all the time. It's fun. I actually enjoy it now. It's the craziest thing. I never wanted to be wrong before. I like being right. Social media was a game. Now, to me, it's fun. It's fun because then you get to be. Guess what happens when you're wrong publicly? It means you get trust. People actually think that you have this thing called integrity. It's this thing called being an adult instead of being a child. Like, no, I don't know how this happened. How did this happen anyway? Look, when did all the adults want to be right all the time? When did this happen? Who sent the email? Why do we all like we're 4 years old? We're always right all the damn time. Why? I mean, it's publicly, Lori. You can go back and watch my old videos. I disagree with everything I said. I bet if you go back and watch a video from 3 years ago, be like, damn, he only liked him 3 years ago. Nope, I don't. I could care less. It's like, well, 3 years ago you said, well, you know what, probably 3 minutes ago I might have already changed my mind. I say things to get people thinking, and then I get smarter by them correcting me. This is the weirdest thing. It's called, like, evolving your intelligence. I don't know, taking in better data, doing research, getting people to open up and tell you things you don't know, maybe, to solve problems, you know? So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you gotta be wrong. There's nothing wrong. Being wrong is so freeing. It's so freeing. I'm trying to tell you, you know, like you get all constipated because you got all these lies up. I know these adults walking around, they can't even walk. They got so many lies. They live a lie. Everything's a lie. Their party, their race, their group, their religion. They got all these lies. You get all constipated. When you can finally say, you know what? I was wrong. You just let it all, just like, it's like eating okra. You know, you get it and it just gets in your belly, does what it does, and releases everything. Just release it. Don't hold on to that stuff. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. Why? Because it makes you happy. You know how stressing it is to be right? Do you know how stressed? I used to work in corporate America and I was in management. Oh, you had to be right all the time. You always had to be right, and when you was wrong, you still had to be right. I was good at that. I was good as some bull. I was good as some bull. I know I'm wrong. I'm going to be like, damn it, I was wrong. But you know what? I know more than him. Let me talk him in a circle and I'll fix it later. That's all I see these political parties. Like, that was actually part of my job. I'd go and I'd spot out bull. Sometimes I had to be right and somebody tried to see my bull. But, you know, it's this. But I didn't really care, right? It wasn't my corporation. What I care? I can be wrong. I lie. Like I said, I'll fix it later. But this is the planet we're talking about. This is like, we have planetary problems. We're facing extinction. We don't have time for adults who want to be right and correct. We need adults who, what's the difference? No, we need adults who want to grow up. We need adults who want to have integrity. We want adults who can solve things at the root problems. And it's not even a we, it's the next generation. They deserve to come behind a population of adults who are okay being wrong, who actually fix real problems and not control everything artificially. It's organic to be wrong. It's organic to be wrong. You watch the nature videos. Every now and then a lion will get it wrong. Chasing buffalo, like, yeah, we gonna eat today. You're not, you know. Then you go up and you pick the wrong calf. That was the wrong calf. And then water buffalo turn around, about 20 of them with horns start running at you. The lion, no, you're wrong. The lion need to live. Oh, hell no, I was wrong. And it's not the male. Look at the male lion lazy. He don't do nothing. He kind of like the American male lion. They don't do nothing. This man, he just, sit on the couch, play Sega. But the female lioness out there hunting, like, oh, we made a bad decision. They turn right back around. Nope, that was the wrong calf. We done picked the wrong calf today. The water buffalo will spear you and throw you. The lion wants to live. The lion is sentient. It understands it needs to be wrong sometimes. Humans, they ain't never wrong. Americans, they right. They're right on everything. And governments are now our mommies and daddies who are only looking out for our best interests, right? The government, I know you're being sarcastic, they're always looking out for their interests. They want the retirement, they want a bunker key, they're going to get it because their job is to get people believing them and cheering them. No vote means no cheerleading politicians. I agree with that, Lori. It's not picking a leader, but it's also defying the system. It's defying continuing to fuggle on a national level, continuing to fuggle around with politicians at a political level and starting to focus on big, real problems. You can win all the political fights you want and lose the world. It's about fighting the war. It's about getting in the game and stop fighting these useless battles for ego. That's what it's about. I'd write a no voting book if I can't write well. Let me see. Trump is doing the best blonde bimbo act in the world. He is, Patricia. He is. He's lying. He's an actor. I'm trying to tell you. That man, people, I know one person that I guarantee knows him. He is just a chameleon. He's gonna do what I would do. He's gonna do what I did in corporate America. He's gonna do what you're doing right now. What you doing? You watching something on the internet, pretend like you're working. You're getting paid right now, lying, acting like I know he's doing exactly what everybody else in America doing right now, but everybody else in America, they're judging. This is why when you don't judge people, good things can happen. Because you don't get lost in the identity. You understand that everybody is just in the space that they are and they're doing the best they can based on the energy they need to collect. We either fix the world, we fix the system, or you just keep swapping them in and out. It's definitely a sustainable thing, getting people focused on identities, not the actual problems. What about the cage we are locked up in ourselves? Justin, I think that we have physical cages and we have mental cages, right? Like there are people, like the difference between a slave and a captive. I see myself as a captive. I'm not a mental slave. Every time I see a lock, a cage, a door, I try to go through it psychologically, but physically that's not gonna happen. Physically, I'm in America. The Democrats and Republicans run everything. So when their police states show up with the guns, I do what they say. Always listen to the man with the gun. I am definitely in a prison. There's no question. I'm not in the prison that's in the prisons, but I'm in a prison. It's not free. We don't have freedom. So there are definitely cages, and every child in America is in a cage. And if you don't believe me, give them a cannabis seed, let them go grow it, see what happens to them. Everybody in America is in a cage. And the British cage got one of them too. Even the poor countries, the third world countries, they're building their cages up because caged humans, you can get them to do a lot of work. You can force them to do labor, and that's what that's all about. But everybody's, and that's why I don't flip out about that. Oh, Trump's putting babies in cages. You know how long America been putting babies in cages? They literally do it for a living. It's the model. They've been doing it since the very beginning, mainly because it scares you. Everything that scares you is a tool. Every tool they have, they're not going to give it up. The tool does the job. Like I said, they made race, they made racism. It is their tool. You still believe, and so they're not giving up that tool. If you know it fixes things like we talked about yesterday, you're a plumber and you got that pipe wrench, you're going to keep using it. You're going to keep playing people because people believe. But to me, it's a mental slavery thing, brother. People get lost in mental slavery. They don't know how to get out of it. What do I know? All I know is that I'm starting to get out of it because I'm talking to different people. They actually have a lot of, all right, now I'm not going to go down there. I'm going to read comments. I get off in a rant. Y'all know me, I get off in a rant. But I think we need to live organically. And it's not organic to put humans in cages. It's not organic to give people labels. It's not organic to give them identities to try to control them and other people. That's not organic. We need the world to go back to being organic. That's what smart people do, though. They listen to smart people and have smart friends. Well, right. Well, you become your environment, right, Mag? It's like, you know, you surround yourself with dumb people, you're going to become dumb. You surround yourself with Democrats, you're going to become a Democrat. Surround yourself with Republicans, you're going to think like a Republican. That's just how it goes. But if you surround yourself with people of the world from everywhere, from India, from Sri Lanka, from the trailer park, the ghetto, the barrio, from Latin America, from Russia, then you got every perspective that you might need to make good decisions. Especially if they're intelligent. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. It is, Lori. It may not be all right for us, but it'll be all right for the greater whole, the ecosystem, which is what we need to be most concerned with. Live in honor. Yes, Sarah, and liars have no honor. People who are always right have no honor. So show me all the politicians who've been wrong. Raise your hand if you're 2020 and you said that you were wrong in the last week or month. That's who I follow, Sarah. That's who I like. I like people who are wrong. I like to see people change. Like even Sadhguru, I watch him change. You watch his old videos versus new ones, you can see where he changed. You know, I don't know if he just publicly like I am stupid and just say I was wrong. Probably does at some point. I just didn't see. He's got a lot of lectures out there. But you see people evolving. And that's what, if anything, you want to align yourself with people who are evolving, not people who are locked in the cage and fighting anybody that's working on the lock. Like, yeah, we're locked in the cage. We're a bunch of monkeys, and if one monkey died, we got to get out of here. We gotta go. And like they get the stick and try to get in the lock. Then you got the other monkeys that pull them back. Like, no, I don't want to get locked into your political bull. I want to get out the damn cage. Now pull my tail, you bastard. Organic and not supposed to be in the cage. What's that, Trish? Let me see. Trump is an entertainer, a terrible one. He is purposely vulgar to stir up people's emotions and divisive. How sad each emotion and energy can't be united and utilized to take care of each other and build an organic existence. We focus on each other and our network and our communities. 1% dies without violence or opposition. Absolutely agree, Trish. Absolutely agree. And he is because it works. That's the only reason. He is because it works. Same reason Obama lied and did everything he did, because people supported him. He was a leader. Therefore, he couldn't be wrong. Leaders can't be wrong. They're leaders because you're wrong. They're leaders because they're right. As long as you have a leader, that's how you break people. Like one way I put it, Trish, is like kids. If the kid is always right, you're going to break them. You're going to make them a spoiled brat and a bastard. The same thing with leaders. When they're always right, what you think is going to happen? That's why he's going to get worse. Y'all think Trump is bad now? You wait till next election. I mean, you wait till next term. They like, next term, we're going to get him out. No, you're not. No, you're not. Just trust me, you're not. That's not how this world, you're not going to get them out. I can't see that. I cannot see that happening. Like, I mean, your best chance probably is Oprah. Like, if presidents run your world, if they're actually the thing that actually runs this big ball behind me, and you really need to get this one out instead of focus on the dying planet and the system that's killing it, your best chance is Oprah. Your best chance is Oprah. You need a blind following. He has a blind following. You need a blind following too. You need people that just jump up and go vote for somebody because they got a coochie or something. And that might work, but I still don't know if it's gonna work. I just don't think y'all have as much influence as you think you do. But it doesn't really matter, because you put Oprah in, she's gonna do the same thing he does. Same thing, same exact thing. She's gonna do it a different way. It's not gonna be as funny, because Oprah ain't as funny as Trump is. All right, let's keep going. Digital currency like Krypton, we are rankless. So many TV shows and money and movies talk about that type of control by government. And I had a dream last night that we are going into a real big nasty war. Well, Justin, that's unavoidable, right? That war is unavoidable. As long as violence remains a solution, then it's going to happen. War is going to be a consistent solution-making choice at the top, because people are voting. That's all they're doing. They're voting. voting is war. Voting is violence. And the result of it is always violence, right? Sending somebody with a badge and a gun to your door because you did something they didn't like. Right? It's violence. And so as long as you have violence on a local level, you got voting, then you're going to have war. It's just a requirement. And there's nothing we can do about it because people still believe in violent solutions. When people stop believing in violent solutions, when they find that sentience, then they'll stop voting. They'll stop supporting things that are based in violence. They won't stay in the crypts and just not get in the car on drive-bys. They won't clean up the floor when the Crips get back and cook nice warm food so when they come back, they can take care of them. You know, I don't think sentient humans make solutions by violence. And I just don't think I was thinking about it the right way the majority of my life, but now I think I am. Yeah, we went to the moon. Justin said we went to the moon. Justin, I agree with you. I think we went to the moon. I just think they lied about what was there. People are completely reckless and also idiots. Yes, they are, Deborah, because they're supposed to be, right? We have a society that's based in recklessness. Like we literally have a society that allows abuse to occur. So people go out and abuse other people so they can go get them, lock them up, put them in prison. Like that's how the whole system works, right? For a wealthier and wealthier top of the pyramid, you have to have people at the bottom go lower and lower and lower and lower. And this is why they take the inmates, they take their rights to vote, because the people who go to prison, they actually see the worst of this system. They understand that this thing shouldn't exist, and so they take away their voting. They don't want criminals to have any interest in the political system, and they don't. You know, and as far as like, there's a difference, right? There's a difference between not voting and not having any interest in the political system and knowing it's all a lie, it's a show, it's a game, and protesting the vote. And that's what inmates should do. They should just not vote because they took their voting ability, because I think that gives it value too. So one is not voting, it's protesting the vote. And the other is it gives value to the voting because they take it from other people. And so it has value, right? And so you are an American. This is why I think in America, you really have to actually stand up on ethics. There's other people waiting to take voting in your stead, right? They're willing to take your citizenship. That's why the system has to change. If they get tired, who's here? Rebecca. If they get tired of Rebecca and Jasmine and Noan and Christine and Ivana and Travis and Augustine and Sheepless, and they say, you know what, we're done with you. We're going to deport you. They can go ahead and deport you. And guess what? You have a whole group of people who are ready to take it over, right? You have nations of people who are trying to immigrate. Why? Because they want the system that you live in. They want that. That's why while we're in this system, we need to fix the system so it's not based in violence anymore. So when they deport all of y'all, the Rothschilds tell you to get out of their country, they don't want you here anymore. The system doesn't still exist. There are people lining up behind you, can't wait to vote. Can't wait. It's like the drug dealers on the corner. You can take all the drug dealers off the corner and a new one will replace them. New one replaced them. I saw that my whole childhood life. They just kept getting drug dealers off the corner, but they kept being replaced by new. And then what happened? Now you got CVS and Walgreens. You got a new drug dealer, a permanent drug dealer on every corner. They figured out how that worked. They figured out how it worked. They don't have gold chains and Adidas suits and that anymore, but they sure enough are on that corner. Because the system is based on drugs being on the corner. It's not organic, it's artificial. As long as you give people an artificial way to keep this artificial simulation, evil reality going that's murdering, killing people, controlling them, genetically modifying them intellectually, psychologically, physically, you'll always have drug dealers on the corner. Because people need their drugs, because we do not live in a natural world. We won't let people be. They're human beings, and we won't just let them be in. Until we do that, the world will be going the wrong way. Trust in the world. Trust in organic living. It's not just the food you eat, it's what you force everybody else to live in and eat. All right, start how you going. Y'all have a great day. It's Gerard. I'm out of here. Love y'all to death. I am gone. Live organically.